So, 3 things that you need to get a creative project started and finished. And if you're anything like me and you've sunk hundreds of hours into watching videos around your craft and all the books and all the everything, and you still don't really feel like you're getting anything done, and you're just getting aggravated with yourself, why did you spend 2 hours on Amazon browsing whittling knives instead of writing that short film that you keep talking about when you don't even whittle? Sorry, and stick around because I think I've got a framework that will give you the help that you're missing. Oh my lord, it's Sunday evening. This is like Bonfire Night weekend over here if in the UK. Do you have Bonfire Night in the States? No, you've got like 4th of July. You do it in the summer when it's nice and warm. You have a barbecue. No, we do it in the cold over here. Like men, like men in scarves and woolly hats. But still like men. And children with sparklers, and there's candy floss and fairs and stuff. It's nice, but mostly it's about blowing shit up. I'm a big proponent on the just get it done, just do the thing kind of attitude. Practice makes perfect. The problem with practice is that I've always been fucking horrible at it. I always crave like a syllabus, like I want a framework to keep me on the right track, and I want the grades, and I like that. I don't like meandering. I like win conditions, and typically we'll watch like hundreds of hours of like video tutorials and read all the books and all of that, and you mistakenly apply that as a win condition. And you're like, well, I'm learning. I didn't know how to do this thing before, and then I watched this thing, and now I know how to do it. I know more about my craft now. I am learned. But you're not. You've taken on some kind of knowledge, but as a creative, as someone whose life is all about output, your learning is kinesthetic. Like, you learn by doing. If a teacher rocks up to a class and just kind of reads a book to the students, and those students never actually kind of explore the subject, they're just kind of having it thrown at them, then they're not learning. But we spend loads of time watching tutorials and reading books. We haven't actually learned anything. We don't put it into practice. And then we beat the out of ourselves because we don't get anything done. We watch all the motivational shit. We grab our camera, our pen, our paper, our brush, our canvas, our chisel. But we face the granite and like, there's just nothing. There's still this disconnect. We know how to do this. We can do this. But it's still hard. It's because the tool, the tutorial, is only one of 3 things that we need. The second is also something that a good teacher will give you. It's a subject. Yeah, I know, yeah, no shit, but stick with me, all right? Your subject could be an essay title, could be a chapter of a book, could be a scene of a film, a play, it could be a city, a person, a feeling, it could be anything material or immaterial. You could have 30 people in a classroom looking at the same subject and producing wildly different pieces of work, like you're in like a life drawing class or something like that. The subject it's just a leaping off point. It's a catalyst for your right brain to cling onto and produce something just wonderful. Like, did you ever have one of those crystal growing kits? You'd put the solution in like a dish, and then you'd put like a string into it, or like a little rock or something, and then over the course of a few days, a few weeks or whatever, all of these crystals would grow on that rock, and really by the time it had finished, you might not even be able to see what they were growing on. You can just see the crystals and this thing that they've made. That's your subject, because the blank page is the absolute devil, all right? It's a menu of 1 million different items on a day when you can't decide what to eat. I don't know what I want. There's 1,000 things on this menu, and the chances are I'm just going to get indigestion anyway, so what's the point? Why bother? I can't choose. Let's go over there. They've got 3 things on their menu. I know I like at least one of them. Let's just do that. You need to narrow it down before you start what you're going to grow your crystals on. Last week, I made a video about the lens. Let me get it. There we go. I'm going to make a video about this lens. I don't want to be all like filmmakery about it and everything and be like, well, it's got X amount of aperture blades. It was about loss. It was about the It was about the transformative qualities of grief. The lens, the subject, had nothing to do with that video, really. But it helped me make a thing. It instigated it. That's what a subject does. So have a look around you, inside you, wherever you need, and pick a subject. Whatever's pulling you strongest in this exact moment. And don't say, well, nothing, because there will be something. There will be something. And don't overthink it. Just do it. You might regret it and be like, well, I've got all to say about this lens. But you'll probably find that when you actually sit down and try, you have. This lens over here. There we go. The longer that you take to do this, the more difficult it's going to get. You want to call the waiter, not like that, don't be a get your order in, just enjoy the conversation at that point. If you're as great as your ego wants to convince you that you are, then you'll be able to make something captivating about anything. So don't overthink the subject, just pick something. We've got the tools. Your camera, your paintbrush, your chisel, you have got your subject, all right? You have. The last thing you need is a deadline. The more specific, the better. This does a couple of things. It puts the pressure on to get you started and stops you dragging your feet. But it also gives you a target. I used to be a smoker, and every year I made like a New Year's resolution to say, oh, I'm gonna stop smoking this year. Never happened. As of recording this, it's been, calculator, 684 days since my last cigarette. The resolution that stuck wasn't an I'm going to quit smoking this year one, really open-ended, no pressure, no anything on that. It was I'm not going to have a cigarette in 2020. Really easy. You're not saying you never will again. You're just saying over this year you can't smoke. When you make your goal time sensitive, you prevent yourself from overthinking things. And somehow, even if you're one of these people that just can't sit down and get it done, let's say even if it's the night before, as pretty much every essay I've ever written was, you'll sit down and you'll get it done. So to bring that trifecta together, you've got your tool, you've got your subject. Don't overthink it. Third thing, you've got your deadline. 3 things. Put them together. There you go. That's your framework. If you're more of a visual person, or you just want something on your wall, on your desk, on your whatever to remind you, I'll put a link in the description to like a little graphic design thing. I don't know why I did that. It's nothing like that. A little graphic design thing that you can download and print out, or send off to be printed professionally, or whatever the you want to do. Yeah, you can have that on me. Feel free. It's in the description. It's down. I'll stop yammering. It's down there. We give ourselves such a hard time. Oh, they've got their lives together. Why can't I get my shit together? Hopefully this framework will get you on your way. It's helped me make some stuff. And don't judge yourself until it's done, and don't keep restarting and saying like, no, this isn't good enough. You've got a deadline to meet. I'm not going to come around your house and punish you. Let me know, below. I want to know what you do, I want to know your tool, I want to know your subject, and I want to know when you're going to finish by. And then when you do finish, I want to see what you've made. Put a link to it. That'd be amazing. This will help you do the thing, whatever your thing is. And even if it's not great now, the more you do it, the better it will get. This framework will just help you start producing. Okay? Don't focus on your first thing being amazing. Just know that your first thing is going to make the next thing better. All right? Oh, thanks very much. I haven't got a sign off. I'll just turn the light off. There you go. I'll see you next week. Ta-ra. There'll be some music playing here or something. I'll wait. That's all right. Oh. Bit weird sitting in the dark on my own. Nice though. This is my hobby.